Go.
Hello and welcome to BISCUS 2020-2021. Thank you to all ladies and gentlemen for being here today. My name is Ertuğrul. The motion before the house reads as follows: money can't buy happiness. So, without further ado, I now call upon the first affirmative.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this debate. My name is Yasna Jeffrey, and I'm here, and I am the first speaker, affirmative. This topic for our debate reads as follows: money can't buy happiness. Let us first define some important terms in this debate. We believe that what is meant by happiness is an emotional state characterized by a feeling of joy, satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment. We as today proposition strongly believe that the motion before the house is true. We have structured our case as follows. I, as a first speaker, will be talking about the fact that more money means more responsibility, stress, and sometimes depression. Our second speaker, Uluhan, will elaborate on the fact that happiness is an emotional state. And our third speaker, Betul, will be talking about the fact that money can't buy relationships. I hope everybody could get rich and famous and will have everything they ever dreamed of, so they will know that is not the answer. Jim Carrey, a famous Hollywood actor who had to learn the hard way that money can't buy happiness. New research shows that richer we get, the less happy we became. A study published in journal Nature Human Behavior found that once we searched sufficient household income, more income tended to be associated with reduced life satisfaction and lower level of well-being. And it's not just adults who are impacted by this. Children who came from affluent families are more likely to suffer with depression, anxiety, and substance abuse than those who came from the less affluent families, research shows. Moreover, more money means more isolation. This may be due to feeling of competition and selfishness. It may also be because, quite simply, we don't need other people to survive the way we did when we're poor. Needless to say, more money sometimes means more work. Usually, higher paying jobs and promotions come with more responsibility and more stress. The issue here is that while work does provide life satisfaction, working insanely long hours prevents us from doing things proven to make us happy, like spending more time with our families. Happiness is a choice, and it came from satisfaction of your ability to be content with life. You can be happy from big accomplishments, such as grading with PhD degree, or for smaller accomplishments, such as waking up early to go for work and go out and exercise. It's not caused by external events. Rather, it's an internal decision. You can decide to be depressed on Tuesday because the skies are gray and it's raining, or you can decide to be happy because it's another beautiful day and the rain is showering in the flowers and trees with no trees to flourish. When we think typically about spending money, we tend to think about spending money on stuff. A new car, a new TV, the latest headphones, and so on. However, as human beings, we also adapt to new things in our environments, incrementally over time. That new TV, at some point you get to use the larger size, the high quality definition, the excellent sound quality, and it's just a TV now. Physically call this hedonic treadmill. We get used to new things, and they became old things, and we decided that we need even newer things to replace them. Another reason that buying stuff won't make us happy is that we tend to compare ourselves to those around us. Our family, our neighbors, Hollywood stars, people in ads, and so on. We see something new on TV and think that you have to have this new facial cream or this new cereal because someone else has it and they look happy. Comparisons are insidious and quite often harmful to our well-being, especially if we see ourselves on the losing side. Buying new stuff won't fill the gap in our self-worth or in our self-esteem. Thank you for listening.
Crossfire, negative team, you have 30 seconds. Time's up.
So you said that happiness is a choice, but I think surviving is not. If you cannot afford your vital needs, you cannot be happy with seeing a blue sky in the in the morning or like that. I mean, even surviving will be, it's not to be happy, because if you cannot live, you can't be happy. You get to the happiness thing.
Can I ask for 30 minutes for the answer?
Of course.
Can you start?
Of course.
Okay. It's your side, and you know the part that I'm trying to say is that the decision. Imagine you have all the money in the world, okay? You're very rich, and something really bad happens to you, like something really bad. Losing someone you love, losing someone you really care about them, but money can't bring them back to you, right? Okay. So, for example, think about this. You can be happy by going outside with your friend even when you're depressed, even when you're sad. Or maybe you can stay home and decide to be more depressed and decide to be with yourself. I mean, it's a decision, you know. I think about that part, that you can decide to be happy, like staying at home, or going outside and have fun with your friends.
Can I take 30 seconds for answering?
Of course.
Okay. You said when like someone in our lives died and we can't bring them back with money. But it's not about money. Someone who can like lost like their dad, their mom. It's not about money. And you said depression. Maybe I'm a very rich person and I'm like a lovely person. So I donate my money to the I don't know, the poor people or animals, so I can help them. And it can bring happiness too.
Can I ask for 30 seconds?
Of course. Time's up.
Like you said, it's not about the money. We agree on that, and that was why we were trying to say that it's not about the money, the depression or the happiness. So yes, but we understand your opinion too.
It's not about the money. You can be happy with or without money. You can be depressed with or without money. Like it's not dependent on money, as you said.
I now call upon the first negative.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome from this side of the house to this debate. My name is Gökçe Suyaman, and I will be arguing against the topic. We, as today's opposition, strongly believe that the motion before the House stating that money can't buy happiness is not true. We agree, however, with the definition given by the proposition team to the term happiness. We have structured our case as follows. I, as first speaker, will be talking about how money can help us to get better educations and healthcare. Our second speaker, Beril, will elaborate on the fact that how money plays a key role in putting depression at bay. And our third speaker, Sarina, will be talking about the fact that happiness depends on how much you have and how you spend it. Money and wealth means a lot to human beings, and it is essential for acquisition of such goods and services as rent, clothing, entertainment, food, and typically a wider range of other things that makes the life of a human being enjoyable. It is common knowledge that when one is in a situation whereby they cannot meet and pay for the basic necessities, then such a situation has been shown to negatively impact and well-being of the affected human race. Being rich has been associated with the ability of the parents to meet day-to-day needs of their children. For instance, paying school fees as well as providing them with well-balanced meals, proper medication, to mention but a few. When all these are met, it has been shown that individuals feel much more relaxed than their counterparts that are not from the rich background. Being healthy is one key element that helps students to concentrate in class and grasp more. Each and every country in the 21st century has made education mandatory. The bigger challenge that has faced this idea is lack of adequate resources from the government and more seriously from parents. It is a fact that education is an expensive investment. Majority of individuals from poor background, once they have been provided with education supported by the government, they have very slim chances of advancing their education levels. This situation places them in awkward situation, especially when it comes to the job market, and thus has limited chances of being selected for certain job positions. More money, more problems, not so, scientists say. Try more money, fewer health problems. A new study from the Hamilton Project says money can possibly buy you better health and mental well-being. Scientists believe that money can secure resources. More resources mean better health insurance, better access to healthcare, overall more nutritious diet. With financial security comes health security. Those with less access to healthcare and resources are more likely to experience higher stress and anxiety over securing their basic needs, which can lower their life expectancy. Thank you for listening.
Crossfire, affirmative team, you have 30 seconds. Time's up.
So you've said that, children who are healthy focus more on their lessons. But what I've come to say is that, we think health can't buy happiness because right now there's COVID-19. Money can't buy health, sorry. Right now there's COVID-19 and there's so many celebrities out there who have a lot of money but still pass away. So that's my opinion, like money cannot buy the health you need, like good health.
Can I take 30
Of course.
seconds? Can we answer?
Yes, you said that like some celebrities died because of COVID-19, but like there's vaccines or like things that you eat and like you like upgrade to your body, and it's about health. Like if you have money, you can buy things to like not have COVID-19. There's lots of things. Like yeah.
Can I? So yes, there is a vaccine, and there's pills, but how many often they work? Like the percentage I'm asking. How often they work? Like still there are people passing away. We live in Turkey. Like and thinking about it. Every day there's new deaths or passing away news. But there's vaccine at the moment. Why doesn't it work?
Because everybody does not have that money for like expensive pills. There's pills that like you don't get COVID, and so they work, and whoever vaccines doesn't have COVID-19, like for usually. So yeah, money can buy health.
Can I ask something, guys? As you said, as my friend said, some celebrities which have a lot of money passed away, and I agree with that. And as you said that you can buy pills which help you to do not get coronavirus, right? So, like, all those celebrities, they have money, right? So, how they couldn't survive it?
Because like they didn't buy vaccines. They think their health is so good, and this is a selfish thing. Like they think they're so good, and they don't spend money on their lives.
Can I say something? Yes, the celebrities have really much money, but even they have money, they can't survive. Think that you have no money.
I now call upon the second affirmative.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ulan Köse, and I will be speaking for a topic. Happiness comes from within and nothing external. Money can't buy happiness simply because happiness is an emotional state that we get into by doing certain things. Thinking about situations and even feeling ways that trigger our happiness. And all of the above can't really be bought. So if we can't buy what produces the feeling and emotion of happiness, we can't buy happiness either. For example, the biggest trap almost everybody will fall into for a period of time in life is the if-then trap. If I get this, I'll feel that, or when I achieve X, Y, Z, I'll be happy or excited. Unfortunately, it doesn't work this way. The reality when it comes to happiness is that we must be able to feel it at this moment right now. Money doesn't make you happy. I now have $50 million, but I was just as happy when I had $48 million, Arnold says. Of course, money can buy services and goods, but can it bring true happiness? For example, if you buy a car, but you are very much stressed due to some other issues, will you feel happy? No material can bring true happiness to you, since true happiness is something that you can feel only if you're in a state of no contradiction. Let us talk about our basic requirements like food, health, clothes, and shelter. As far as food is concerned, there are several videos available on YouTube about terrace farming with an extremely low budget and very little effort. Health is something without you find your life meaningless, don't you? To remain healthy, you need to make some good changes to your food habits and do exercises. Does it cost you that much? The purpose of buying clothes is to protect our body and to cover the parts of our body considering some social aspects. But do we buy clothes ever considering the true definition? What if your home is very big with all the facilities but you're poor socially? And what if your home is comparatively small but you have a wealth of relations? The actual problem is we do not select our food, clothes, health, equipment, shelter, and many other things to make our life more meaningful and better. But we select because we want to be noticed by others. We want to be praised, and ultimately we want a feeling of true happiness. But since things are temporary or limited, how is it possible to have a feeling of true happiness with those? So in short, we relate our happiness with things and ultimately with money. But that can give us excitement only. Money is a helper and not a source of happiness. So money is important, but it cannot buy happiness. Thank you for listening.
Crossfire, negative team. You have 30 seconds. Time's up.
You said we can provide our basic needs with a low budget. You said budget. You need money for the provide your basic needs in some point. Even it's not about the amount. You need money for your basic needs. So, and you said. Not that, sorry. You said maybe you have if you have a lot of money, you will be more stressful. Think that homeless people in last January, in Istanbul, a homeless person died for hypothermia. So the homeless people or poor people, their only purpose of their life is